Hi, good morning, Ruchita. How are you doing today?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, we have been doing a lot of things on actions and dashboards. Last
Yes.
time, what we covered was parameters. And if you remember, when we just started this entire dashboard actions, we said we are going to work on filters, highlights, go to URL, go to sheet, change parameters. And today we are left with the last one, which is change the set values.
Yeah.
So let's see how change set values work for us. So like last time, I've already created one of the dashboard over here, and then we are going to try and replicate it in this particular session. So first of all, why I am using a set parameter in this case, I'll tell you. I'm using this data source called Superstore sales data, which we have been using last time also. And I've got inside that, I've got things like category, and inside a category there are subcategories, right? So if I wanted to see category wise quantity, and inside that subcategory wise quantity, typically what we would do, we'll create a category and a subcategory, and we can put a quantity over here and create a visualization. Okay. Now, sometimes what happens is that I have made one of the visualizations like this, but depending on how many, let's say, subcategories or how many the second level of hierarchy the items are there, this visualization becomes too big. So
Yeah.
I would want to create a action in such a way that as in when I click on a certain category, only that expands, and the rest of the things are not showing me the subcategory. Because to be honest, at one time I would be only focusing or reading one category, right? So if you go to the dashboard over here, so right now you see only furniture category is visible to us properly, of chair, furnishing, bookcases and table, and I made it in a descending order. And if I want to understand, okay, office supplies has a maximum quantity, but in office supplies, what are the subcategories which are doing well? So if I click on subcategories, now I can see that I am able to understand my subcategories. And the area that has been taken to show this category, subcategory, it doesn't look bad, because I am able to see all the elements of what I require. Okay, so it's like kind of, utilizing the area and optimizing the usage of the space that we have. So depending on what we want to see, we can click, as in when we click, we will be able to see the subcategories of that particular category. And this has been done by actions, set actions. On the top, I've also created a small filter on the maps. So again, the same thing of the filters action we have taken. So if I wanted to understand these categories, subcategory given a country, so I can filter this at the bottom, and I can have set action. So now I'm able to visualize what is going on in the category of furnitures, subcategories in China itself. Okay, so this is what we are going to try and create today. So I'm going to go and open a new workbook of Tableau. And I'm going to pick the same data set of Superstore. All right, I'm going to drop orders in the view. And I'm going to go to sheet 1, where I will be making category and subcategory quantity. So I'm naming it in such a way. Once this is done, so few steps that we need to do is, first of all, we can create category, subcategory, quantity, right? Now our main aim is so that if I'm selecting a particular element, I would want the subcategory of that element to come up. So for this purpose, we'll have to do two things. Number one, create a set, and number two, have a calculated field to, provide that interaction between the set and the actions. So how would we create a set? We are going to go to category. We are creating a we are creating a set of category. We'll go to create a set. Now over here, it's showing me all the values under category of furniture, office supply, and technology, I'm not going to select any one, because as and when the action is happening, I want the value in the set to be there. So for this, I'm not doing anything. I just made a category set. That's about it. Clicked OK, and my set is ready. Now I want to make sure that this set is affecting my visualization. So for this purpose, we are going to create a calculated field. Let's call this category as, I'm going to call it as sub category, or because in this also what I'm going to return is, remember what is our objective. When I select a category, I want the concerned subcategories to come. So I will just call it subcategory list. And over here, we can put a simple if function saying if anything in my category set is selected, then what do I need to return? I need to return the subcategories. So when you select furniture or you select technology, it's an item of your set. So anytime that is selected, want the subcategory to be there. Else, I don't want anything. I want it to be blank. And end. Simple, right?
Yeah.
So if any element of the category is selected, then show the subcategory list. Otherwise, keep it blank and okay. Now, this category list is exactly what we want, because over here, this subcategory, the original field that we have, is not going to have any effect with the category. So I'm going to remove this and put my new calculated field of category sublist. Right now, everything is blank. Right? Not selected anything, everything is blank, and it will remain like this. Let's also go and quickly put the country wise quantity, and we'll have countries. We can put quantity, and we're going to make a field map. Now let's create the dashboard. So for creating a dashboard, I'm creating it as floating. When you increase the size of the dashboard a little bit, I want to put on the top over here the map, and at the bottom I want my subcategory to be there. Okay, now let's drop these things. So I'm going to put the country quantity over here. I'm going to put subcategory over here. It went away. 1 second. Let's make this floating also. And let's push it inside the map so that we are able to understand whose legend is this. I'm going to drop another container over here. And now let's drop our category, subcategory, quantity, right? Now let's create those actions that we were talking about. So we can go to our dashboard, going to actions once again, add actions, and this time we will work with the last one called change set. In change set, so this is category set action. What do I want? I want what to get affected. I want subcategory quantity to get affected on the data source of orders when there is a change in the set of category set. Okay. So this has nothing to do with country, because what we are doing is we are selecting a particular category in my subcategory category quantity. And then based on that, I want to see the subcategory. Hence, we selected this one visualization, and let's click OK. Let's click OK. Let's see if it works. So once I'm pressing furniture, I'm only getting furniture. If I press technology, I'm only getting technology. Now, one thing we should have done is that, right now it is not looking nice because it's all jumbled up. It's not sorted properly, right? Right now it's not sorted. So if I wanted to sort all this information and then show, how will we do it? I'm going to do a nested sorting. So I'm going to subcategory sort, and inside this we are going to do nested in descending order, highest to lowest, depending on quantity. Close it. Now let's sort category also, so that if the categories are showing up, that also should be highest to smallest. Then go to sort once again and nested, make it descending based on quantity. Okay,
Ma'am,
now
why only nested?
why nesting? Because I want the categories, when only categories are showing up, I want highest to lowest. And within a category, when there are subcategories, I want that also highest to lowest. Okay, so let's see if it looks good. Let's click on furnitures. So I'm having furnitures. Now you see this bar is the highest one, and then the second, and this is the last one. So office supplies has the highest quantity, followed by furniture, followed by technology. And within furniture, I can see chairs have the highest quantity and the furnishing bookcases. And like we said, we can also apply a filter on the maps. So just clicking over here, if I want to see in India, office supplies is the highest, then technology and furniture. You see how it changed itself?
Yeah.
Right? So that's a benefit of nesting it. And within technology, if I click, again, you will see my subcategories are also sorted properly.
Yeah.
So this is one of the application in which we can do the set actions in the dashboard. Really like this feature because otherwise, you know, the scroller is there. It's too long. Scrollers are not very intuitive for the end user to understand what's going on. This is a little more easy on the space because you can't have too many things on your dashboard and you can't have a very large area of the dashboard as well. So I found this thing very, very, helpful. Okay, so I hope you practice this thing, the set parameters. Now all the actions on the dashboards are done. We should be able to combine. It's not that I can use only one action. We can use multiple actions at the same time.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I hope you are clear about these actions now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.